production plant in the next maybe 1 year.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me very well? Hello? Are people there or they have logged in and run away? Mukunda, are you there? Hello? Can you hear me? Mukunde? Timothy? Okay. So we are saying we are having 3 fields for artificial intelligence. The knowledgeable one, can these machines have the same knowledge as we human beings? Then the reasoning one. I've been telling you that can a door which was programmed to look at a staff, a face, and say this face is for the staff, if it doesn't have that space in its database, so the door will not open. So if a police officer comes or a president comes, okay, this door will not open because the police officer, the face is not there. The president, the face is not there. So the door will not open. Now, what if the very staff tomorrow gets an accident and loses one eye? Will the machine open? Because for the machine knows that staff with the 2 eyes. So the issue is now the staff has got 1 eye. Is the machine going to open? Because it doesn't recognize the face. So that is reasoning. We are saying, can these machines reason like human beings? Then learning. Most of the things we come, that is, we are going to see the group founding problem down there. Okay? When we come down, we are going to see the symbol grounding problem. Okay. Now, this learning here, we are saying we look at things by learning. You know that when I am at a traffic light and I see green, it means go. Red means stop. Amber means be careful, right? That is something you have come to learn. And you have known that anytime I see green. Now we are saying, are these machines capable of learning and say, if I say green light, it means go. Tomorrow, if they change and they say red means go, will this machine also learn that? I'm picking phones because some students are calling and I need to tell them where we are. Okay. So those are 3 elements. So in this course unit, you should focus on those 3 areas. The knowledge, can these machines have the same knowledge as human beings? That should be a question. Reasoning, can they reason like human beings? And learning, can they learn from experience like human beings learn from experience? So these are the things we are going to look at really. And this is where we are going to base to say, yes, we have acquired artificial intelligence or we are not there. So the module begins with an overview of AI applications and introduces students to the programming languages. So the rest you read on your own. I want to go straight to the content we are going to see. I have already given you this course outline. You should have gone through it. Maybe we can briefly go through the learning outcomes. Therefore, one, we need to analyze and critically evaluate knowledge, representation, formalisms, then explain the principles behind the design of intelligent systems. Some of you have used intelligent systems like ChatGPT. What do you think is behind ChatGPT? That's an AI system. What do you think is behind ChatGPT? I'm going to give you coursework, and I know some of you are going to run to ChatGPT. Good enough, I will know. And I tell you for a hand, give me ChatGPT answers, I will cross them. Okay? Because I will know that you have got them from ChatGPT. I require you to do thorough research and give me coursework which you have also benefited from. If you do copy and paste from ChatGPT, I will know. I can tell work from ChatGPT because the same ChatGPT that is giving you answers, it is the same which will give me also. But all in all, I can tell. Okay? So please don't use ChatGPT. Go and research over the internet and come up with solutions. Then number 3, critically evaluate. Mark that word. Should even underline that. Critically. Critically. So this issue of cramming and pasting is not going to be in this class. So we should critically evaluate the legal and social implications of AI systems. There are a lot of legal. And there's a lot of social implications. One social implication we can recite from the ChatGPT that students no longer reason. Okay? You give students a coursework, they take it to ChatGPT, ChatGPT does it for them, you give them marks, no reasoning, no learning. At end of the day, tomorrow you are given a job, they cannot perform at workplaces because ChatGPT is not going to come to your workplaces to do for you the work. Okay? So that is already another social implication of AI systems. They are making people lazy. The knowledge base is being killed. The reasoning of people is being killed. The learning of people is being killed. Number 4, identify a relevant application area. Now this is going to be our semester project. Identify a relevant application area and build an artificial intelligence system, demonstrating a critical understanding of the fundamental aspects of artificial intelligence. At the end of this course unit, can you think of an area where you can build an intelligent system? Can you think of an area? Just a minute, some. Okay, let us continue. I've been saying that you are going to identify a relevant application area. It is for you to learn. You can even use Nkumba University there. You can just pick on one school and you come up with an AI system, maybe for source, maybe for skill of education, maybe for a school of computing. You can come up with any AI system. And for your information, such systems are paid. There's the Chancellor's Innovation Scheme. There's a lot of money in it. Last year, there are some students who did something, and now I think they have given them chance to go and demonstrate it in State House. I just heard that from the dean in a meeting on Monday. They demonstrated, and they have been led to State House, so they are going there to demonstrate, to say that they can get a State House funding such that they can improve. You can also come up with something. The university pays that. There is Chancellor's scheme. I hope some of you are already aware of it. Through the VC's office, you can come up with an innovation. Someone is asking whether the rest of your sound is on. Are people hearing me? Can someone tell me whether he's hearing me or not? Okay, someone has replied that yes, they are hearing. Okay, there's one student who was complaining that he's not hearing. Maybe the problem is on his laptop or phone. Okay, I've been telling you about the Chancellor's Innovation Scheme. So it is there under the VC's office. If you come up with an intelligent system, demonstrate how it is working. What is it solving? And they can fund you. Who knows, by the end of you finish your degree, you could be a millionaire. Okay? Please mute. Someone is disturbing us that side. Who is that one? Okay, we continue. So straight away, let us go to chapter 1, that is defining artificial intelligence. So in what we have been saying, what I've been discussing all along, you may have realized that artificial intelligence is the way of making machines that are intelligently compared to human beings. We make machines that can understand the way human beings understand. Machines that have the same knowledge as human beings, machines that can reason as human beings, and machines that can learn anything as human beings. So artificial intelligence is about that because we have natural intelligence. So we are just replacing the word natural intelligence by artificial intelligence. Artificial means this intelligence is just created. It's just created. And I sent you a video about the symbolic grounding problem and the Chinese room. So those of you who went through those videos, I want us at this moment to discuss. So if there's anything you learned from the symbol grounding problem and the Chinese room, let me unshare my screen so you can raise a hand and I can select you. You unmute your mic and just tell us what you understood from those videos. So the floor is open. Just don't tell me no one listen to those videos. Those who have just come, let me forward them again in the group. Let me forward that video back in the group. Anyone who has anything to share with us from the video, what you learned from the video? Someone is asking which videos. Those who have just joined in the group, you don't know the videos. But I have sent them. Okay, let's give ourselves just a few minutes. Okay, let me play this video online here so that you can all watch. And then you listen to it. You listen to that video, then after, we can get back and we discuss it. Let me play the video here. If you can't hear the voice, you can let me know. So that is simple browning, okay? So let's see what this guy discusses about it. In case he's not audible, you tell me. I'm just forwarding it. Those are not necessary. Mark those terms there, okay? So that when you find them in exam, don't start crying. So a symbol system, this guy is talking of a symbol system. So someone saying the sound is not clear at all. The voice is low. Okay. Anyway, let's do like this. I have given you the video. You'll go through it. Okay. Has anyone here did anyone go through the video anyway? Can I have one person who went through that video, at least one? I feel sorry for you because this is a very tough course. If you are not serious, you end up chasing me around the compound for, sir, you see, explain me all sorts of stories. I have given you the reading materials. I've given you the study materials. So the choice is yours. At the end of the day, I will examine and I will mark. Okay? If I tell you to define or to explain the symbol grounding problem, don't say I don't know it. Some of you have a tendency of saying the man never taught anything. It's good. Some of these things I'm recording them now. So we shall have evidence to show that they were taught. That's why I prefer online lectures. Those of you have a tendency of saying the man said things which he never taught. At least now we have something to record. So I don't want to talk about the symbol grounding problem unless people have gone through it, because it will not make sense. I sent you the videos expecting you to go through them. The Chinese room as well. So the Chinese room goes with the symbol grounding problem. Go and read about these things. I know some of you are going to put it in ChatGPT, but ChatGPT will not give you, it will give you something to cram, okay? But it will not give you the real story of how it came about. Like the symbol grounding problem. Why is it that a human being is able to look at something and says that is a cup? Why doesn't he call it a saucepan? Why doesn't this person call it a pan? Why doesn't this person call it a bowl? But when he looks at that object, he says that is a cup. And if you tell a human being, go and bring for me a pan in the store, why does it that that human being does not bring an axe? So is there a connection between these symbols and our understanding? Is there any connection between these symbols and our own reasoning? Have we come to learn with experience that such and such a thing is a cup, such and such a thing is a pan? Okay? And can we program these machines also to do the same? So the symbol grounding problem, how do we attach elements and give them names basing on symbols? You go to the dictionary, you don't know the meaning of a word, and you go to the dictionary. After giving you the meaning, you attach and you say such a combination of characters When I combine W-O-R-D, I get that is a word. And now the word, how do you attach to know this is a word? When I combine P-A-N-G, that is panga. Now, how do you attach that word panga to the physical panga? Why don't you say this is a panga, then you bring an axe? Okay? All these are challenges of the symbol grounding problem, which I expect you by exam time to know and be able to. Okay? When you look at the Chinese room, I don't want to explain this because I want you to understand them. When you go to the Chinese room, someone doesn't know Chinese. You know Chinese, these are just symbols. Okay? So someone on the other side is not a Chinese speaking person, but on the other side, there's a person speaking Chinese. So someone pushes in cards with the Chinese language. And this person wants to know the meaning on these cards. So how does this person get to know? Have you ever gone in the community whereby you don't know the language, but when someone says, we give you water, you can say no. How do you come to know if you don't know the language? How have you come to know that this person is talking about water? You see? So all these are challenges that come into the AI, or which lead us into AI. So we want to see that these machines are really designed in AI. They are really designed the way God created, the way God designed a human being in terms of knowledge, reasoning, and learning. So our first chapter basically looks at that. We also have the Turing test, the program eraser, and other forms of erasers and symbolic and sub-symbolic AI systems. I have seen you're about how many people on the forum here? I'm seeing you are about 11. I don't know how many you are in the class. How many are you? Oh, you don't know yet. We are going to form groups. We are going to form groups. We are going to form 4 groups. Okay, someone says we don't know yet. Okay, we are going to form 4 groups. Since I see you about 12, at least each group can have 3 people. We are going to form 4 groups. Let me share this screen and I show you what each group is going to do. So we are going to have a group called a class coordinator. You can choose a class coordinator and help us to form these groups. And then this is what we are going to do. So group 1 is going to take the symbol grounding problem and the Chinese room. So group 1 is going to read about the symbol grounding problem and the Chinese room. In the next lecture, group 1 is going to present to us. Group 1 is going to help us to understand the symbol grounding problem and the Chinese room. So whoever is in group 1, this is your task. Next week, you are there to help us to understand the symbol grounding problem and the Chinese room. Then group 2, I want you to deal with the Turing test. The Turing test. Group 2, you are going to help us to understand what the Turing test is about. There are key figures in this. There is a key figure in the Turing test. That man, read about him. Why did he come to call it the Turing test? Of course, it came from his name. He was called Turing. So his innovation, as like you guys, I want you to be innovative in AI. Now we are learning about this gentleman Turing. Okay. So it is because he came up with a certain study, which we are studying now. Okay. Then group 3 is going to help us understand the program eraser and other forms of eraser. So the program eraser and other forms of eraser. That is group 3. Don't put these things in ChatGPT. Well, you can put in ChatGPT just to get a snapshot of it, but go and learn more about it, okay? Because in exam, ChatGPT will not be there. Then the last group, that is the symbolic and sub-symbolic AI. The third group is going to handle the symbolic and sub-symbolic AI. Of course, symbolic comes from symbols, okay? So in this first week, we are going to handle the first chapter. I have shared with you the video that is going to help you to make a definition of AI. So each group, let me share another screen. So each group, deadline is Tuesday next week. So you are supposed to send in your work to my email on Tuesday next week. And that work should be sent to Arakauma Nkumba at gmail.com. So I want you to send the work to that email address. So by Tuesday next week, and your work should have the following. 1, group name. Then 2, group members. Each group member, you need the name, student ID, then index number. Don't put people into your work who have not participated. If a person has not participated, don't put that person into your work. So group name, then group members, and your work should be a maximum of 2 pages. Maximum of 2 pages. I don't need anything more than 2 pages. And the work must be sent as an attachment. Don't copy and paste and send. It must be sent as an attachment. Don't send me things on OneDrive. Don't send me things in Google Workspace. I've said send an attachment. Okay, so I need group name, group members, The members, I need their name, student ID, index number. Maximum number of pages, we are saying they should be 2. Class coordinator, you should organize those groups. Now someone saying, but why give coursework this early? I mean, this is our first lecture and we basically have no clue of the subject. I was suggesting that you could give us after at least 2 lessons. My brother, this is a university, okay? This is not a nursery school or a primary school or a secondary school. You see, even in a secondary, now the teachers are no longer supposed to give notes. The new curriculum now, students generate their own notes. So if as early as senior 1, students can generate notes, then you who is doing a Bachelor of Computer Science or a diploma in computer science, you want me to spoon feed you? I can spoon feed you, but you will not learn. Because me, I know these things, okay? I know these things. If I spoon feed you, you will not learn. But when you go and you do research, okay? When you go and do research on the topic, everything is there on the internet. Go and do research and read about it, okay? Go and do research, read about it. That's why I put you in groups. What you have not understood, your fellow member can help you to understand it, okay? What you have not understood, your fellow member can help you to understand. People, this is a university. This is a university. And that's why we score these lectures. We lecture, but we don't teach. In a university, we lecture, we don't teach. You can go and Google the difference between lecturing and teaching, okay? So I have introduced the course unit to you. I have introduced those things to you. Go to the internet, put there that topic. So many people have written about it. So many people have written about it. I've even given you the videos. Someone is saying, not, but it seems you people are very crazy. You are saying you have 6 course units to read, and I have 9 course units to teach. Now, for you have 6 just to read, but for me, I have 9 course units to teach. You have 6 to read, but me, I have 9 to teach. On top of that, I have my workplace, other things to do. And I have to teach them on day, same time I teach them on weekend, same time I teach on distance. So you multiply 9 times 3. If you think you are very busy. And someone saying the deadline is too close. It's not too close. Today is Wednesday. You have a full week ahead of you. What are you going to be doing? Okay? So, let's forget about the complaints. Let's forget about sport. It is for your own good. I know at the end of the day, some of you will appreciate me. It's for your own good. I can give you these notes and you cram and you paste and you pass the exam. Okay? Because I have the notes. I can give them to you, you cram, you paste, and you pass the exam. But I will have done injustice to you. You will not have learned anything. Okay? That's why we do it in a discursive way. We share knowledge. Okay? Go into your groups. There's a lot of time. From today to Tuesday, there's a lot of time. Tuesday midnight. because I have to go through your work before I come for the lecture. Because I have to give you feedback on your work. Okay? The same things, I'll discuss the same things in the next lecture. Okay? But I want you to first go through them. I know I will teach them. But my intention is for you to first go through them such that as I'm teaching them, they are not so much new to you. At least we just make clear what was not understood. Okay? Now, don't say we. You say I, because it is one person talking. Don't say we suggest you give us notes. No, when I give you notes, you are going to do copy and paste. You are not going to be doing research. So you were saying that give us notes so that we are of the source of our research. No, 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 no. Research cannot be based on my notes. Even my notes which I have, I researched them. Okay? You research yours also. The notes are there. Let's just share a screen here and you see. Someone is asking whether the lecture is going to be purely online. No. Sometimes it will be physical, sometimes it will be online. When it is online, I will tell you. And when it is physical, I'll tell you. Some will be online, some will be physical. We shall be interchanging. Okay. If I go to Google and I just put that, the symbol grounding problem and the Chinese room. Or let me just put the symbol grounding problem. Okay? In Google. Just see how many people have written about it. You can even go to scholars, Google Scholars. So many people have written about it. All of these articles are there about the symbol grounding problem. All of these are there for you to read. All of these are there. Why do you want only one source, the lecturer, to be the main source? All of these are there. All of these are there for you to read. Okay. If you go to videos, all of these videos are there. This video I gave you, the first video here I gave you. The second video here also I gave you. Okay. There are so many other, the symbol grounding problem. This one even discusses it in 1 minute and 29 seconds, which means it makes it so brief. Okay. Now this one tells more about it because as you see, it is 1 hour and 55 minutes and 21 seconds. So it means this one talks much about it. Okay. Now from this lecture, you spare 1 hour and listen to this video. Okay. This one summarizes it in 14 minutes. Why do you have just to be spoon-fed? Okay. You see? Everything is there, the notes are there. Definition, the symbol grounding problem. Okay? Is a problem of how to make the semantic interpretation of a formal symbol system. That's what I've been discussing with you already. Okay? You see? The things are there. Giving meaning of the meaningless. When you see an item, how are you able to say that this is a cup? These are things I've been telling you. How do you able to say this is a pang? The relationship between the word pang and the physical pang. These are things, symbol grounding problem. Everything is there. Okay? And someone is saying this is our first lecture. I have already said the things. I know when you go there and you read, you understand them. But I want you to read and read and read. Because in the exam, I will not expect you to produce what I said in class, but I will expect you to produce what you understood. Okay? In the exam, I repeat this. In the exam, I don't expect you to produce what I said in class. I expect you to write on paper what you understood in that topic. Are we together? I want to end the lecture if there are no more queries. If there's more, you put in the chat room. If there's no, I leave you to go and make groups and start doing the research. Since you are saying Tuesday is very near, you can also use this remaining time. Any question? Everything is okay? Now someone say, could you write us the questions? Okay, I will do that. I'll send them in the group. Any other? Any other? Okay. If there's no other, I think we can end here for today. You can go and start working. I'm going to type the questions and I post them in the group and start working on them. Okay, I wish you a good day. Faith, are you saying something? Faith, like you have something to say. Anything?
No, just want to say thank you.